This is NDTV. And you're watching NDTV Hindu.
Hello and welcome to Headlines Now on NDTV Hindu. I'm Ramanathan bringing you the big stories. The top story, of course, Kapil Sibal will be taking over as the telecom minister soon. But what does it mean for the DMK here? Shabir Ahmed joins us with the details on that, and Peer Mohammed will tell us what Raja's resignation means for Jayalalitha and the AIADMK, especially with the polls just about 5 or 6 months away for the state assembly in the state here. We'll bring you all that, but first, the headlines. Kapil Sibal is to get the telecom ministry. The DMK had wanted the post to be kept vacant. Raja has gone, but what does this mean for Jayalalitha? NDTV Hindu looks beyond the facts.
The AIADMK will continue to raise its voice in unison with other opposition parties to stall the proceedings of Parliament.
Both houses of the Parliament adjourned over the 2G scam. Opposition demands a joint parliamentary committee probe. Congress DMK refuse.
This demand for a JPC is completely meaningless.
The High Court asked Coimbator's Police Commissioner Sailendra Babu to file a detailed report with the justification of the Coimbatore encounter. And the police turned best friends for the children as they take them out for a special lesson. Let's also take a quick look at the stories making headlines across the nation. First arrest in the CWG scam. Kalmari's AHTS Darbari and Sanjay Mahindru arrested after the CBI files an FIR. The minister thwarted an aviation bid in the 90s by demanding a 15 crore rupee bribe. Ratan Tata on corrupt politicians.
I'm a son of a freedom fighter. I didn't want any multinational should come into the domestic sector. That was the policy decision.
CM Ibrahim, Civil Aviation Minister in the 90s, says Ratan Tata should name the minister or he will have to commit suicide. Kochi IPL lose its IPL franchisee on Wednesday. The owners haven't been able to reach an agreement. Harbhajan scores his second consecutive test ton. He heads the leading run scorers list in the series. One of the top stories emerging from the big Raja story is that Kapil Sibal is being named as the person who's going to take over the telecom ministry now. And what is being seen as a snub to the DMK from the Congress, the Union HRD minister, the man who's behind the Right to Education bill, has been asked to take additional charge of the Union Telecom Ministry, now vacant due to A. Raja's resignation. Initial reports suggested that the Prime Minister would be in charge of the Telecom Ministry. Government sources have said that Sibal has been chosen because of his clean image. He will have additional charge of the portfolio at the moment. He also holds the science and technology portfolio now.
I have no messages for anybody. First, I have to understand issues, which you understand better, but I don't.
Now, the appointment of Kapil Sibal at the centre could have had an impact on the alliance between the Congress and the DMK here in the state. But Congress leaders are, however, sure that Sibal is the right choice for the job.
The Kapil Sibal is a very good choice and he's been well informed. And of course, it will take some time for him to clean up the whole thing. But I think he'll be a very suitable person and he'll make sure that what are the lapses have been done in the past will be rectified.
However, the DMK party spokesperson T.K. Silangovan spoke to us and told us that this is not a setback for the alliance or the DMK.
It is not a setback. It is an arrangement with the government to run. How can we say that it is a setback? There must be some minister to reply to the questions to the ministry. There is no minister being joined to the cabinet right now. There must be some stopgap arrangement. Because that is the statement given by the Prime Minister's office also. No?
Well, our political reporter Shabir Ahmed now joins us with more details on that story. Shabir, we just heard the DMK spokesperson TK Silangon telling us there that it's not a setback for them and that they are not disappointed. But is that really the inside story, Shabir? What are you hearing from the DMK sources?
Though the DMK may say that they may put up a brave face, but there is definitely a sense of disappointment within the DMK camp after Kapil Sibal was announced and he was given the next the additional charge for as telecom minister, and it was quite clear that till yesterday and this morning DMK wanted the telecom portfolio to be retained with the Prime Minister for time being, and in fact they wanted that post to be kept vacant. And it was quite clear that Chief Minister M. Karunanidhi was also very keen in actually retaining that portfolio. In fact, they suggested some names. They wanted, Kanimozhi to become the next telecom minister. In fact, there were several several names doing rounds. So it was quite clear that DMK was pressurizing the centre, but the centre was clear. The Prime Minister was very clear in his decision, and the Congress party at the centre has made up its mind that once again they are not going to give a telecom portfolio to the DMK so that to avoid further controversies, and it has been given to Kapil Sibal. So this has come as a major setback for the DMK ahead of the 2011 assembly elections, and also DMK has always wanted to play an the role of big brother in the alliance. In fact, it has been playing the role of big brother in the DMK Congress alliance at the centre, and this is the first setback for the DMK. And right now sources do tell us that the political analysts say that this will continue for the next 6 months as well, because the crucial negotiations for the 2011 assembly elections are going to start, and Congress will definitely have an upper hand on each and everything. And also what we have been told is that DMK, this is a huge disappointment and a setback for the DMK in the state, Ram.
All right, Shabir, thank you for joining us with those details based on your sources within the DMK. Of course, moving on now, less than a week after her call for a people's campaign to dethrone DMK Minister A. Raja, AIADMK Chief J. Jayalalitha is claiming victory for this ouster, now having triggering a unified opposition in the parliament. But what about Amma's offer of support to the Congress? Will Sonia Gandhi consider that olive branch, or at least give the Congress ammunition to put the DMK in its place and perhaps strike a better bargain with Karunanidhi ahead of the 2011 elections? Our senior correspondent Peer Mohammed looks at the road ahead for the AIADMK after Raja's exit.
It is a victory for political leaders in the opposition, including myself.
AIADMK may have celebrated Union Telecom Minister Raja's fall from grace. The big question now is whether this would change the political equations in Tamil Nadu ahead of the assembly polls in 6 months. Congress spokespersons have said the ties with the DMK is intact, but Amma is unfazed and in no mood to let Raja off the hook.
Raja must be arrested under the Prevention of Corruption Act and should be made to face criminal prosecution for his crime against the country. Until this is done, until this demand of the opposition is conceded, the AIADMK will continue to raise its voice in unison with other opposition parties to stall the proceedings of Parliament.
The Congress's decision to take away the telecom portfolio from the DMK and give one of their trusted lieutenants the sensitive post has also given a fillip to Jayalalitha's realignment ambition.
What did the Prime Minister say on his way back from Seoul? He said the alliance with the DMK is intact as of now. The next point he made was, as far as Jayalalitha's offer of support is concerned, that is a political issue. It is for the Congress High Command to decide, meaning Sonia Gandhi. So that is where matters stand.
The ruling DMK's image has suffered a setback, with the assembly polls just 6 months away in the state. Will Jayalalitha be able to translate this into electoral advantage? The outcome in 2011 could well hinge on that answer. In Chennai, with Peer Mohammed, Pratiksha for NDTV Hindi.
Well, for more on that story, we're now joined by a senior correspondent, Peer Mohammed, who has been tracking that story from the AIADMK angle. Peer, clearly it's a very tricky situation right here when it comes to Tamil Nadu politics and the chemistry between the Congress, the DMK and the AIADMK. And what we're seeing possibly is that Congress could be emerging as the kingmaker here.
Yes, definitely. Congress is going to be the game changer in the 2011 assembly elections. Jayalalitha, having come to this stage of ousting Raja from the telecom portfolio, will also try to step up the pressure on the Congress government. Also, as he wants to take advantage of this situation, today the ADMK cadres across the state have been celebrating the exit of Raja. Also, the fact that the exit of Raja has impacted state politics like never before. The MDMK chief Vaiko has welcomed Raja's resignation, and also he has also asked for a joint parliamentary committee probe into the telecom scam. Also, the CPM, which has expressed displeasure over Jayalalitha's invitation to the Congress, they have also said we have always wanted Raja to go and we are happy with that. And the CPI chief D. Pondian, who is in alliance with Jayalalitha, has no problems with her inviting the Congress to her fold. Also, this has kind of united the opposition. The state BJP also has organized a protest on 17th, a few days afterwards, against this spectrum scam, a full-fledged probe into the spectrum scam, and this has a kind of brought out the anti-DMK sentiments to the fore in the state, particularly among the opposition parties and their supporters.
All right, Peer, thank you for joining us with that analysis. Well, time for a quick break right here on Headlines Now. But on the other side, all the national stories, and Ratan Tata digs out a corruption ghost from the past. More on the other side.